Hey, it's Eitan, and I'm standing in one of the penthouse apartments of Richard Neutra's Jardinette apartments, built in 1928 and immediately hailed as a landmark of modernist architecture. So after I covered the Jardinette a couple months ago, the owner invited me back to see the progress that they've made. As you can tell, this place has been ripped down to the studs. It looks pretty much like this throughout the entire building. And they've had to completely redo the electrical and install new plumbing and all of that. But they're working with the city of LA and with the architectural historians to make sure that as much of the original plan is followed as possible, and as much of the original fabric and materials of the Jardinette apartments are preserved. The owner took me on a tour of the entire property, even up on the roof. So let's take a look. I spoke with Neutra scholar Dr. Barbara Lamprecht, who co-authored an insanely comprehensive historic structural report on the Jardinette in 2017. She's working with the new owner, Cameron Hassid, to advise on what's original, what's not, and how to conform to historic preservation standards in rehabilitating the Jardinette. Lamprecht told me that she considers Hassid a hero for understanding the building's significance and committing the resources to properly restore it. When she first visited the Jardinette, its condition was worse than hell, in Lamprecht's words. Decades of neglect had left it run down and deteriorated. But all that deferred maintenance had an upside. There's a surprising amount of original stuff left over at the Jardinette because previous owners didn't have the money to replace it. There are doors and door frames from 1928, bathroom tile on the floor and walls that'll be preserved. The 3 fire escapes are original, and so is the elevator. It still works, though they're waiting on a new door. Red X's mark the kitchen cabinetry that the workers are meant to repair and reinstall. There's also some later changes that they're reversing. These tiles on the entry portico weren't part of Neutra's design. They'll be ripped up to expose the original stained concrete, in the same pattern and same oxblood red color as the lobby floor. And then there's the exterior paint, currently a queasy peach and green combo. Eventually it'll be returned to the original white, with an undecided dark color for the window trim. Hey, I have returned to Richard Neutra's Jardinette apartments from 1928. It's early April right now, about 6 months after I last visited, and all of the plumbing is done, the structural upgrades are done, the electrical is pretty much done. And right now they're just waiting for some inspections and final repairs to all those systems, at which point they can put up all the drywall and do patching and smoothing and painting. Right now I'm standing in one of the 15 ADA units that will be available to renters with disabilities when the Jardinette apartments reopens. You can see that all of this wood is new. It was reframed. They had to widen some of the spaces to comply with ADA standards, and the tub was ripped out. It's actually just to the left of me, right over here, because they're going to put in a walk-in shower instead of a tub. Now, the owner has told me that the Jardinette apartments, when it opens, is going to be 100% affordable housing. There will be 15 units that are ADA compliant, another 6 that are reserved for visually impaired individuals, and another 6 for hearing impaired individuals. Right now, the only evidence of life inside the Jardinette apartments are the construction workers who are upstairs, pounding away. Can't wait to come back after the walls are up and the paint is applied. We'll see what they did with the color of this place. I'll be back soon. Thanks for doing LA with me.